is Shoyemi.
No, but you are close to it. Who else can tell me? Come, don't go, even for being bold. Which class are you? What class are you? What? JS3. Okay, going to SS1 next session in September fully. Okay, go and sit down. Your next school fees has been paid. But okay, I said I was Alumni. Hello, girls. Hello, girls. Hello, girls. That is what I want to achieve. Please listen and listen attentively. Hello, hello, hello. What we want to achieve is that you should be very, very attentive to what we are doing here today. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Although my name is Olanike Olawumi Oluyemi. For her even to be very bold to come out, that means she paid attention when I was mentioning the name. I didn't see so many hands up. She was the only one that raised up her hand. Although she said Shoyemi, but at least she's very close to it. It's Oluyemi. I'm here today. You have heard my citation. We are here to encourage you. We are here to encourage you on how we were able to scale through when we are here. Now that you are here, we should be able to learn from our own wealth of experience. The main reason why you are on this ground or you are in this school is to read for your WAEC or school certificate exam, senior secondary school exam. That is the certificate at the end of your 6 years in this institution. I want to tell you that there is time for everything. A time to read and a time to play. Your timetable is so much taken care of when you are supposed to be in class, when you are supposed to be in prep, when you are supposed to be on the football pitch, the sports. I want you to take very good, to use the opportunity very well. When you are supposed to be reading, please read effectively. When you are supposed to play, participate. There is no skill that is lost. Everything you are doing, it's for a purpose and to bring you to that end, to achieve your purpose where you are here. You need to be serious with your books. When you have assignments, do it. Don't be the type that when you are in class, you will be making jests of teachers. There are some that will be in class, you will be the one that will know that that teacher has been wearing that skirt for the past 3 days. What is your business? Your business is your books. Your business is what the teacher is passing across. Take very good use of it and make use of it. So time to read and time to play. Please do your own part at the very right time. And I know that you have a very good result if you are very diligent in your academics. They have told you that I made a distinction. It's on this ground. I had A1 in mathematics, A1 in physics, A1 in biology, A1 in further maths. I made A2 in economics, A3 in geography, and C4 in English language. You can do better. I'm a product of Federal Government Girls College, Shagamu, where we are today. That result came from this school. I'm sure you can improve on it. If you know you can improve on it, can I see your hands up? So you can do better if you face your studies squarely. If you face your studies and you know what you are doing the right thing at the right time. When you are in class, be serious. When you are supposed to be there on the field doing sports, be there. Also, at the same time, I want to encourage you that you should be contented with whatever you have on this ground. We all know our fingers are not equal. Is that not true? So please be contented and be satisfied with whatever your parents have been able to provide for you and whatever the school have been able to provide for you. The school is a very good one in terms of discipline, in terms of training. All these things at the end of the day, by the time we get out of this institution, we that have gone out, we know that this is our background. All that we are today, we give glory to God, but this is where it all started from. Let me give you an instance. We asked you now that who was the first principal. All of you know, you don't know her, but you know her name, Mrs. A.A. Ayola. There was a time during my set, our principal will still remember this story because we were here about the same time. Students like this, we rejected the food that was given to us in the cafeteria. We said we are not eating. Fortunately for us, it was on a Friday. On a Saturday, we were all expecting that they will open the shop box where we keep our provisions. But our principal refused to open it for us. And they didn't give us the food again on Saturday, since we wasted the one that was prepared for us on Friday. By the time it was on Sunday, we were all begging. We were all appealing. We went to the principal's house and we started to appeal to her. Do you know what? She still punished us even before they gave us the food on Sunday. It is discipline. If any teacher or principal is doing that today now, I know the next few minutes we will see her name on internet. But yes, so she has answered, somebody has answered me. Yes, so. But that is the discipline of those days, and we thank God for it. And today, all of us that passed through Mrs. A. Ayola, we are still grateful, and we will continue to be grateful to her. So whatever discipline your teachers are incorporating into your life, please take it in good faith. It's to make you better for the future. And by the time you are out of the school and you remember some things you were punished for, you will know that it's to prepare you for a higher ground. So I want to implore you that don't see them as if they hate you, they love you. Some of you are even their children, and much of your teachers, some of their children are older than you. So what they are doing to you is the way they are bringing up their own children too. So please learn for them, and God will help you all. In choosing your career, I want to encourage you, know your own gift, know what you are talented with. Everybody cannot be an engineer like myself. Everybody cannot be a doctor. Know the subjects you are particularly good in. And all you need to do is that be focused, have a vision, know what you want to achieve, and whatever discipline you find yourself in, achieve to be the best. Achieve to be the best in whatever profession you find yourself in. For myself now, we are here to give you our own experience. My own parents, my daddy in particular wanted me to be a medical doctor. He wanted me to read medicine. But I told daddy at the end of the day, no, daddy, I'm not reading medicine. I prefer mathematics to biology. Give me mathematics at any point in time, I will score very high in mathematics. That is my own gift. That is what I love so much. And by the grace of God, I did jump in 1983. I was still trying to put in for physics, chemistry, biology, but I did not meet the cutoff point. But by the time I declined, I'm going to put in for maths, physics, chemistry in 1984. I scored 100% in JAMB mathematics because that is my own gift. That is a preferred subject as far as I am concerned. So know your talent, know what you are good in, and whatsoever be it to be diligent in it. Study to show yourself approved. Be diligent and don't waste your time. There's time for everything, just as I've said earlier. Time to watch television, time to watch African magic, but time to read.
Most of our time. Ma, you said most of our time. Most of our time, we should spend it in a good way. And in this school, we have a lot of things to do. But sometimes, we have to rest. But some people, they use it to play. Ma, please, what can we do? Use that and play.
Thank you. Go and sit down. She's time management, how to manage their time. Because you are saying they should study hard and so let them ask the question and you answer them.
My name is Okereke Ochechi. Ma, please, I have a question. If I have a profession I want to do, but my parents don't find it that kind of profession cannot gain me money in Nigeria, am I still going to be able to pursue it?
Thank you, darling. You can go and sit down. Engineer.
That was a very good one, and I want to start from there. Are you hearing me, girls? From the back there, are you hearing me? She said she's about to go in for a career, a particular course, and her parents does not want her to do it. Is that not the question? Or maybe because it will not fetch money. First and foremost, I will advise you, maybe you should invite your parents to visit your counselor here in the school. Then just as I said, I've shared my own experience too. Because personally, we can only monitor these children. It's better they do what they want from their own heart, or what they want, what they feel that their intelligence can take. Because I said, my own personal experience, my own daddy too wanted me to read medicine. But I had to sit my parents down, and this was the analysis I made that day. I can't forget it. And that is it that I said, Daddy, he said, but Nika, you made A1s in all these science subjects, maths, physics, chemistry, biology. I said, yes. But if you give me 3 weeks to read biology, I will score 75%. And it is still A1. But give me 1 hour to read mathematics, I will score 98%. Can you see the analogy? That was exactly what I told my daddy. And at the end, they said, okay, you can go ahead, go and change when you are filling your next jam, change it to maths, physics, chemistry. So it means, then at the end of the day, if your parents are not too willing, you don't need to be rude. The respect still have to be there. But the first advice is that invite him or her to come and see the school counselor. Thank you very much. Then the first question was talking mainly about time management. Time management. I started with that. On this ground, there is a timetable for you to follow. There's a time to play. There's a time to read. There is a time to have your siesta. Am I wrong? Is it not operational again in this school? Somebody is saying no. You don't have time for siesta? Okay. We'll discuss more with that. But what I'm trying to say is that the time you are supposed to be in class, please be in class. The time you are supposed to be on the agric farm, be on the agric farm. The time you are supposed to be doing sports, be there. You'll be able to manage your time very well. Some other things we will discuss with the management. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am. We have heard so much from our engineer. A word is what? And don't forget what she said. You cannot afford to be rude at any point in time. So even when you want to lay your complaint, you must learn to lay it in such a way that the person you are talking to wants to listen to you. I hope you understand what she has said. Thank you very much.
Okay, hello again. I'm not a equalizer, an ability to open up opportunities for people. She has a varied background in business development, content sourcing and development, and in the enterprise software space for experience in development, customer support systems, customer support, systems engineering, and marketing, plus a strong focus on customer advocacy and management. She has worked at companies such as VEA Systems, VMware, Oracle, and Google. An avid learner, she's a self-professed information junkie who loves to ideate across topics ranging from digital content, artificial intelligence, and machine learning to human capital development, organization health and strategy. She's a strong advocate for women in technology and leadership. Please make welcome Start Cedric.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm honored to be standing here today. I'm honored to be standing here in front of all of you. I am honored to be able to share some of my story. Just like you, I was once here. This same dining hall is where I had my meals. That same assembly ground is where I went, right? This same kitchen, that same dormitory is what produced me. Every single one of you sitting here today, don't take it for granted. Don't take it for granted. Take the most advantage that you can of what you have now and look back. When you look, find yourself in. So don't forget that. The person sitting next to you today that you're thinking, oh, maybe you fought last night. You're thinking, she annoyed me when we went for prep. Tomorrow, 10 years from now, you won't remember that. All you'll remember is the joint experience that you have had going to this school together. Don't forget that. Now, unlike my big sister who spoke before me, I didn't like maths. I will not lie. But I liked money. So when I was here, I said, when I graduate, I will go to school and I'm going to go and own a bank. That's what I wanted to do. I'll go and own a bank. So I said, what am I going to study when I leave school? I'll go and study economics. Economics makes sense. Now I had a problem because I didn't like math. That meant what? I had to work hard because I knew what was motivating me. Now I'm going to tell you a story. Don't judge me. Halfway through economics, I said, this thing is great. But then I got into econometrics, advanced maths. I was like, this thing is hard. Okay, no problem. I have to do it. So I did it, and I got my degree. Then it was time to go for my master's. I don't know about you, but again, just like my sister said, don't rush into things. My mother had always said to me, master's before marriage. Get your degree sorted out before you get married. I said, okay, ma. So it was time to go for master's. I said, I want to go and I want to get a business degree to add on to my bank idea. But by this time, I was already questioning, and the world was changing. I had always liked computers. And I was like, okay, maybe I can do something with computers. Fortunately enough for me, I got into school, yes, to study my degree in business administration, but I said to the school, excuse me, can I please study software engineering instead? Why? Because it was available in the school. Why am I telling you that story? Don't be afraid to change course. If you're going down a path and you see that this might not be what you wanted to do initially, don't be afraid to change course. And be bold. Open your mouth, ask questions. If you ask questions, you cannot get lost. There is no stupid question. The stupid question is if you don't ask it and you swallow it and you don't have the answer at the end of the day. But there are no stupid questions, right? So don't forget that. Be bold and make sure that you are constantly aware of yourself. Nobody can tell you what is inside of you. You know. People will give you advice. People will try to push you in certain directions. Every time you get that, you need to check with yourself. Is this me? Does this thing work for me? If it doesn't, I understand that there might be situations where you will have to do things that you don't necessarily want to do 100%. No problem. Do it. but then make sure that you add something that you really want to do as well. So I got in and I did software engineering instead, which is why I now have the background that I had. And I had a blast. I had so much fun because I enjoyed the idea of creating something out of nothing. Writing a program to create something, and it's my idea, my baby, my own idea come to life. I can see it. That gets me excited. Some people look at me and they say, Dork, you just want to be sitting there in front of a computer. No problem. Me, I liked it. Right? And that was my thing. Now, moving on from that, I went to start work. When I got to work, I was, in most cases, the only woman in the room. And I'm telling you this again for a reason. You guys, you're all girls. So we say guys, 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 but you know what I mean. You are all girls. We are all women, right? Don't ever let anybody tell you that your gender is a disadvantage. It is not. Your gender is a strength. Don't ever let anyone tell you, oh, because you're a woman, you cannot do X. Lie. Prove them wrong. And you're able to do that. As long as, again, it is what you want to do. I walked into most rooms, most business rooms, most programming rooms, being the only woman. And in a lot of cases, being the only black person in the room. So there was already a double whammy. Now, why am I telling you this? Sometimes you'll find yourself in situations that can be uncomfortable. They can be. If you walk in and nobody looks like you, you'll say, can I really make it here? The answer is yes. Why? Because you might be the only person of your type that person will ever experience or meet. Your voice is important. You have to speak up. Otherwise, your ideas will remain unheard. And that is a loss to the world. Every single person has something of value to say and share. We all have different strengths. We all have different reasons that we are doing what we're doing. And that is an important thing to share with everyone. If you bring an idea, you bring an idea, I bring an idea, it makes us stronger and it makes things more interesting than to hear only one voice. So don't you ever forget that. Now, moving on. Getting to work, getting to projects, getting to meet important people. I have one trick like this. So when I go into meeting rooms and I'm a little intimidated, it's very easy. You're walking in, you heard my title today and everybody was like, wow. To me, I'm just doing my job. But just like you at home, I have sisters, I have aunties, I have mothers, I have brothers. So my trick is this. If I'm walking into a room and I'm unsure about what I'm going to meet there, I think back to my own experience. I'm like, this person is somebody's mother. This person I'm going to meet is somebody's father. This person I'm going to meet is somebody's uncle, somebody's auntie. Me too, I have now. So I shouldn't be scared, right? So when I walk in, I am respectful, just like I was told, but I am not afraid. Why? Because I put in my head that this is somebody's father. Am I afraid of people's fathers? No. So this is somebody's uncle, this is somebody's auntie, this is somebody's mother. Okay, so I walk in, and in my head, I'm talking, even if I'm talking business, I'm talking to somebody that could be my family member, so I don't have to be afraid. I'll still be a little bit afraid sometimes, but that kind of calms me down, and that works for me, right? Now, everything you are learning here is a tool for life, a tool for your success. Your success, everybody put up one hand. Look at that hand. Look at your hand. Your success is in your hands. Your own hands. Your success is in your hands. You can put your hands down. Your success is in your hands. And the reason I say that is, as hard as you want something, as much as you want something, as hard as you're willing to work, is how you're going to get it. It's not guaranteed, but it's definitely better if you put in effort than if you don't. If you're not playing football, can you score a goal? Okay. So if you want to score a goal, you have to play football, right? Exactly. So don't remove yourself from situations. You have to be into and inside the situation if you want to participate. You want to participate. Make sure that you put in your best effort. Make sure that you work as hard as you can to do and make the things that you want to happen. Nobody else is responsible for doing that to you or doing that for you. You can get experience, you can get help, you can get support, but the responsibility sits with you. That sits with you. Don't you ever forget that. Okay. Last but not least, now, I will mention this, and this might be an unpopular opinion. Before you ask, no, I am not married. By choice. This is by choice. Again, masters before marriage, I did it. And then I started doing other things. And I was like, you know what? That can come later. And then I was like, after a while, you know what? I'm actually very happy. I have an amazing community of friends. I have an amazing community of support, amazing family. And I am extremely happy. And that's the one thing that I have always tasked myself with. Every so often, I check with myself. Teju, are you happy? If the answer is yes, I'm happy to move on. We are all different. Not every single person is going to do the exact same thing in life. And that is okay. That is okay. That is okay. Check yourself. Make sure that, again, things are aligned with you and with yourself. And then move on with life. Last thing I will tell you is this, once again. You are important and you are special. I left my house this morning.
You hearing what we've been saying since? Okay, question? Any question for Teju? Okay, please come out. Hello? Are you sleeping here? Any question? You can't? But you can hear. Okay, I will tell them to do it better. Okay, any question? You want to? Okay, please stand up. Come now. Oh yeah, come.
When she said she was a managing director for Nigeria for Apple, I'm sure everybody wants to know how she got there.
Okay. They want to know how you got there.
Concerning your achievements as being the MD, I would like to know how you were able to set goals for yourself and how you may ensure that you achieve those goals. Because in life, we tend to have obstacles and circumstances. So how are you able to overcome them?
Though your aim was so big, I would like to know how you avoided the distractions all along.
So I'm going to combine all of them into a single question. One part I heard, how have you avoided distractions? The other part I heard, how did you get the job you have now, right? How did you get into the job? And then the last question I heard was, how do you set goals for yourself, right? Okay, how do I set and achieve my goals? You can go and sit down. Thank you. How do I avoid distractions? For me, again, I can get easily distracted. Flashy things attract my attention. I'm working on somebody says, hey, come and look at this thing, that's amazing. I go and look at it, I'm like, I've forgotten the work that I need to do here. So what I do is this. I set a goal in my head. I have to finish this thing by this time. Every time something comes to distract me, I remind myself, I look at what I'm doing, where I am at, and what I want to complete, right? And then I say to myself, if I go and I look at this thing for 10 minutes, will it affect what I'm trying to finish? If yes, I leave it alone. Sorry, I can't look right now. I need to finish this. That's the only way. It's not easy, especially when that's the first time you're doing it. But when you continue to do that over time, it becomes a habit and it becomes a lot easier. Now, the second is, how do I set goals for myself? Once I've hit a goal, immediately I've gotten a goal or I've hit a goal that I've set for myself, I start looking at the next. So I take it in small bits and bites. I say to myself, I want to work in this position, and I begin to ask questions. Asking questions will always get you further ahead than if you don't. I begin to ask questions of my friends. I begin to ask questions of people that I think can help me. I begin to ask and read. When I say ask questions, it's not just talking to somebody. I go online, I read books, I listen to studies, I do all kinds of things to educate myself and to find out more about the thing that I say that I want. Once I do that, then I'm able to sometimes forge the path. I don't have a full idea sometimes when I begin. But by the time I ask 2 or 3 people, by the time I read some things, by the time I listen to some things, then I'm able to form the idea and say, okay, you know what? This is what I want to go for. And sometimes, like I told you as part of my story, sometimes your goals changed. When I left school, I said I wanted to go and own a bank. When I finished my first degree, I was like, you know what? This bank, not so great. I like computers. Let me go and see what I can do here. And I went for software engineering, right? So sometimes your goals will change, and that's okay. As long as they don't change too often and you can't control them or you're not always switching from one thing to another, that's okay. Now, how did I get the job? I was recruited. They came calling. I had previously, I had just finished working. I was working at Google, right? And they came calling. Why did they come calling? Because my reputation preceded me. People say, oh, you shouldn't say that, you are proud. Excuse me, yes, I am proud. I have done the work and I should be proud of it. Don't let anybody diminish the things that you have done and the achievements that you can make. When you are working, when you are doing things, when you put your spirit into things and you do excellent work, people remember, people notice, and it speaks for you. So that when you are not in the room, the works of your can speak for. Exactly. So that's how I got the job. Apple came calling. I didn't go looking. Apple came calling. I had the advantage and the blessing of being able to work for some of the largest technology companies in the world, in different situations, different roles, because of my education and my background, and because of the excellence that I delivered during the work. Does that help? Thank you very much.
Be proud. Yeah, be proud. But did you notice one thing? Did you notice one thing about her? She's humble. Did you see that? So it's not proud and arrogant. You get it? It's not proud with arrogance. Be proud and humble. Be proud of what you are doing. Be proud of who you are. And she can be proud because she has walked the walk. You get the point? So don't say because they say you should be proud now. Hey, I will not start being proud like that. You understand? Thank you. Okay, it's my turn to talk. Some people can't hear us, so I'm going to be walking around so that they can hear. Can you hear me there? Hello? Hello? I entered this humble school 1983. I finished 89, where the second set SS3. And after that, I went to a secretarial school, actually, because I want you to know that it is not all about MDs, CEOs, whatever you are, whatever you become, just be the best at it. In life, you will fall. But what makes you is the ability to keep rising. Are you getting me? You might, your WAEC, you might have a few F here. Everybody's not going to have all A's. But I want you to know that one of the things Shagamu is teaching you now is consistency. Is the ability to rise. I hope you're getting my point. Is the what? Ability to, if you fall, dust yourself up. If you do jump, and jump is not jamming you, what do? Prepare for it. Get yourself back on track. And do what? Receipt for it. Don't start seeing it as have failed jump, I have failed. No! That is not the end of life. You are going to find yourself in different walks of life. Do you know that we have some of us that are into catering, they are hotel managers. We have so many. And we have some that are in the civil service. It doesn't make you less who you are. So don't think that, oh, if I don't become an MD somewhere, or a doctor, or an engineer, or I am nobody. No, you are not. That's not the end of it. What is important is for you to understand what you are being taught here. Wake up early is part of life. You have a meeting by 10 o'clock, and you are still in bed at 9, and you are going to Lagos, or you are coming to Abeokuta. When do you want to get to the meeting? You have to be diligent. And those are the things they are teaching you now. You wake up by 5:30 or 5 a.m., you have morning duties, and you feel that, no, they are stressing you. Your teachers are telling you do this, you feel that, what is their own? It is their own. Because when in life you become somebody, that is what is happening right now. I'm back here, telling you our experiences. I love Shagamu. Honestly, I sleep Shagamu. I actually did not sleep well. Why? Not because this sleep didn't come, because I was coming here to talk to you girls. I was so happy because I knew that those who were going to talk to you, a lot of us will get impacted. I am sure of that. I sleep Shagamu, I eat Shagamu. Shagamu gave me who I am today. By 5 a.m., I am up. What I need to do for the day, I have set it aside. It taught me to be strong in all situations. That's the truth. I can live here, when I'm in my office, and that is what Teju is telling you. That is what Engineer Ogubolo is telling you. That is what the other ladies are still going to talk. That is what they are trying to tell you. That what you are going through right now is a building block for greatness. Don't see it as life being hard on you. Okay, we are eating eba. We are eating. Is it food you have come to eat in life? No, seriously, is it food we have come to eat in life? Yes, we must eat to live. But it should not just be the basis of everything. Some of us, please, I need you to listen. There are times you could actually help yourself by telling your parents, yes, there are some of your friends, they don't even bring half of the things that one person is bringing. And you can't even share. There's some songs we used to sing in Shagamu. I still sing them to today. Loving each other, brothers and sisters, the way it should be. Seniors and juniors, loving each other in one accord. Let's love ourselves as ourselves. Why would you bully somebody? Hello? Would you slap yourself? No. Can somebody answer that question? Would you just rise up and slap yourself? Can you slap yourself? No, I'm not talking about whether there's a mosquito in your face and you want to slap it off. Would you just wake up and slap yourself? Would you want to hurt yourself? So why would you hurt your sister? For everyone that is here, you know this is a unity school. In those days, we would have Hausa, Igbo from all over Nigeria. And it doesn't matter where you are from. We would all be in the same dormitory. We would all sit on this table and eat like sisters. Now, when you are out of Shagamu, now don't forget that while you were in Shagamu, you were hostile. Yes. Now, when you are out and you see yourselves, how do you want to relate? You understand? How do you want to relate as sisters? How do you want to encourage her? She's in trouble. Or you are working in the same office and somebody is molesting her. How do you want to help her out? It shouldn't be so. So I need you to go back to your rooms, back to your dining tables, back to your classrooms, and start acting as one. Hello? Are we communicating? Do you like what you are hearing? So you need to love each other. Are we sleeping? So, as from today, you need to put on a new Shagamu babe person. Be a new person. Love Ethiopia House, love Ayola, love Class L, love whatever. Love your juniors. They're your little sisters. Yes. They are rude. Love them. Your sister at home is ruder, and is worse than that. And you are coping with them. So why do you now feel because she's not your blood sister that you need to retaliate or that you need to show her that you are a senior? I hope you understand. Because don't forget, life still goes on. That junior might end up to be your MD one day. Yes. She might end up being the MD of the company where you are. Or she might be the one that has to speak on your behalf. And she'll now look at you and be like, excuse me, I remember you. You would always humiliate us in school. Please, I'm talking to you from the depth of my heart. And most importantly, when we come like this, we come to teach you trade works and all those things. Honestly, you don't know what those things can do for you in life. Some of us don't know what we're going to become. So I'm just using this to encourage us all. Shagamu for me, that's why you will always see me here. It was a great bedrock for me. And I would want all of us to please change our attitude. How will you be rude to your teachers? Would you insult your mom or dad at home anyhow? Would you talk to your elderly ones at home anyhow? So that's the same way you should see them. They're your mentors, they're your guardian here, and you should show that love, show that respect. They're trying to mold you. So I want to say, be a better Shagamu babe. Thank you.
I'm back again. Be a better Shagamu babe. Let me see. Statistics finished in 1989. I finished in 1998. 10 years difference. This is 10 years. I never met her in school. Never did. That's what Shagamu does for us. The alumni keeps us together. We are all sisters. We can, like Sister Sergio said, you can be in Canada. You just say, okay, where are you now? We're all in the same class. Out of 300 people, 50 are in Nigeria, 2 are in Canada, 2 are in America. I need to travel. I don't have anywhere to stay. Please, who can accommodate me? And that is it, sisterhood. And there are many stories like that. But I'll keep the stories to myself. Thank you. Okay, so the next person we have is Oluwafumilola Olotu, 1999 sets. And I'm sorry, it's Ayola House. We are all Ayola babes today. Please listen. Please listen. For those that think that politics is for the men, please listen. Politics is also for women. Olotu Juan Oluwafumilola was born on the 15th of April, 1983. Fumi was educated at the prestigious Corona School, Bagada, Lagos, where she bagged her first school leaving certificate in 1993. Before proceeding to Federal Government Girls College, Shagamu, where she obtained the West African Secondary School certificate in 1999. Thereafter, she studied for her undergraduate degree at the University of Ibadan and obtained a degree in economics in March 2005. She completed the mandatory one-year NYSC at Cross River State Government, where she distinguished herself and was awarded with several awards and prizes for her meticulous service. Fumi has a master's. Okay, it's on the bottom. Sorry, let me move. Okay, so you can also read it. Fumi has a master's degree in business administration from the University of Lagos, where. I'm mixing it up. Okay. Fumi is a certified social entrepreneur with a certification in social sector management from the Enterprise Development Center, EDC, of the Lagos Business School. Through scholarship from the African American Institute and Coca-Cola Foundation. In addition, she has completed several courses and programs on human resources, tax administration, project management, and public policy, among others. Fumi's excellent leadership, communication, collaboration, and organizational skills has over the years shaping her ability to identify, analyze, and prefer strategic transformational change slated later for the years. Her work and experience reflects her passion to create, build, and sustain people in businesses. Recently, she was chosen to participate in the African Civil Engagement Academy, supported by the governments of the United States of America in partnership with the University of Georgia. She is bold, full of life, and clings to her faith in God. Fumi is a life coach for youths and young adults and enjoys giving back to the society by reaching out to the less privileged and alleviating poverty. And yes, she's unapologetically a lover of politics and passionate about good governance, which made her get involved in politics at an early age. Fumi is currently the senior special assistant to the governor of Lagos State on state lotteries and one of the few young women to watch out for in the Nigerian political space. Your Excellency, ma.
All right. Good afternoon, ladies. So like I said earlier, I'm excited to be here this afternoon. I get very emotional about anything Shagamu, Federal Government Girls College Shagamu. Because really, the foundation of everything is very important. Everything that I am today started from this school where every one of you is right now. And like my seniors have said, you guys are in a great place. It's not by accident. And I really want all of you to take everything you are learning here seriously. Because when you go out there, it's a different ball game entirely. But everything you are taught here, everything you learn here would prepare you for out there. But before I start, I want to ask you all, how many of you are interested in politics here? You will find their hands up. Everybody wants to become doctors, lawyers, accountants. Who? Oh yeah, one person should run from there. Run down here. The first person from here. First person from here. I just need 2 people. The first 2 people. The first 2 people. All right. Okay. So what do you want to become? As in, why are you interested in politics?
I want to become a politician.
What Still more.
I want to help Nigerian government, because the government is corrupt, so I want to change things.
That's the same reason I want to be a politician, to create an impact in Nigeria.
What's your favorite song? What class are you?
SS2.
What's your favorite song?
Government.
Wow.
Government.
Okay. They said they want to make an impact in Nigeria, that the government of Nigeria is corrupt. And both of them have chosen government as their favorite subject. So I think they are kind of the same line. But before I start, I want to tell you the reason why you are lucky to be in Shagamu here today. I'll just go through. I was trying to scribble. I was thinking of what to say because I wanted to be as practical as possible. I'm a very practical person. You understand? I like to see actions. Don't just come to me with words. Action. Action, action, action. And that is what I am known for in Lagos. I'll just scribble what I wrote down early this morning when I woke up. After home, school is the place where we spend most of our childhood. It was in Shagamu school here I learned many things that have shaped me today. It was a special experience to have been educated here in Federal Government Girls College, Shagamu. It was right here I learned how to make good friends. It was here I understood that there are two sides to every competitiveness, good and ugly. And the line between the two is very thin. It was here I recognized that not everyone is skilled in everything. You could be good in one thing but terrible in another. And it is not a thing to deem someone talented or useless, but a sign that everyone does things differently. It was here I learned that teamwork matters, because it is only those who we work with that can understand who we really are. It was here I learned that honesty is a hard policy to follow, and that keeping control of your emotions is even harder. It was here I realized that burying our heads into the sand to ignore trouble is far more common than people would like to acknowledge. It was here I realized that our imaginations run wild, even if our creativity doesn't. The case in point is that we have many excuses when in trouble, even though we are all variations of each other. It was here I realized the display of disobedience invites a reprimand. It was here I realized sharing friends, especially with those who we don't like. And that's very possible. You don't have to like anybody. As in, they just jam you together. Your morning duty, in the same class, you know. It was here I learned that we must control our words. It was here I discovered my passion. By the grace of God, 2 months ago, I celebrated my 38th birthday. And that was my 19 years, my 19 years journey in politics at the age of 19. I graduated from Federal Government Girls College, Shagamu at the age of 16. So 3 years afterwards, I was already sitting and dining with top personalities in this country. I was on many flights in and out Aso Rock then. That was the tenure of Obasanjo, President Olusegun Obasanjo. I was meeting governors of states. And for me, when you look at it, 3 years, I left Shagamu at the age of 16. And 19, I was already moving. Most of the things I learned here prepared me for those 3 years that I started moving. I can remember then in Shagamu, I had a very good handwriting. And I remember seniors, the best way to punish me is to copy their notes. I was very loved when I was in school. They would tell me, yeah, for me, we don't want to punish you, yeah, come and copy our notes. So I was always copying notes. But I can tell you today that that skill of good handwriting has made me sit with top personalities in this country and beyond. When I fill a visitor's form, you can be 100, you can be 200. I don't even need to know that governor, but they pick me out of the multitude because of my good handwriting. So whatever talent, whatever skill you have, you might think it doesn't make sense, but I can assure you, you would use it there one day. It will single you out from the multitude. The only thing you need to do is to be singled out from the multitude. It doesn't matter how many people are. They will single you out. Shagamu was a very good foundation for me. Shagamu taught me so many things. Shagamu instilled boldness in me. I remember just 2 months ago on my 38th birthday when I was sharing my journey, the governor of Lagos State was there and everybody there. And one thing a lot of them said there was like, Fumi is bold, there's nowhere she can't enter. The boldness started from here. Because I can still remember when I came in GS1. And like they've told you, don't be rude though. There's difference between having confidence and being proud. Humility is key. Very, very, very key. But I remember coming in as a GS1 girl. There, right here in front of the dining hall. And then they were telling junior girls to carry chairs to the hall. And the senior called me and said, come on. And I told them that I'm tired. My hand is paining me. there because I was going to become vice president one day. And the maximum I needed to was an SSC. I went further in my education. And I worked. I worked in the private sector because I needed to gain experience. I knew I wasn't going to wait till 50, 60 years old before I get to the top of where I was going to. So I knew that education and experience was very important for me to get to where I was going. So they won't say, this young girl, where is she coming from? My education, my experience would all add up. And that was what I pursued. I set targets, I set goals. And also, I believed in delayed gratification. I volunteered a lot. I didn't get to where I am today just like that. I volunteered. I left, and there's a saying. That's why I said you need to have a mind of your own. And you need to be focused. I go by the saying that the highest paid job was not the highest fulfilling job. When I finished school, service, my first experience in government was serving with Donald Duke. He was the then governor of Cross River State. That was when I had my first experience in government. I had an option of changing my place of primary assignment to Lagos. But I said, see, I have this opportunity now. Why would I go and work in a bank there? The bank would have paid me more money. But no, I knew where I was going. And to the glory of God, I don't think I've seen any copper since 2006 that did all I did in Cross River State. Even till date, they still send me emails, phone calls to do a lot of things in Cross River State. I started a lot of things there. I wasn't even treated like a youth copper. You understand? So all these things started from here. See, the education of a girl child is very important because girls are most likely to be sidelined. Like my senior Teju said, in her space, women are not given a chance. It's like a man's world. Even everywhere, men want to chance you. But the truth is, what do you have? In my political career now, there's no man that can stand before me. You don't understand. Because in knowledge, in experience, I've got it. Personal development, I have done. So when I go into a roundtable conference, when I proffer strategic solutions, you can't beat me to it. I can tell you very well. You cannot beat me to it. Like I said, the principle of delayed gratification is very important. You need to be able to do some things. Yeah. You need to be able to do some things that you will not be immediately paid for. I did all of that. When I started working, I got to the point where I was earning ₦1 million every month. And that's 12 million naira. But I left that job because I knew. But I left that job because I knew where I was going. I knew that, see, I needed to get, sorry. I knew that I needed to get experience. I knew that I needed to get experience. So I started my experience, I started my working experience in the private sector. And in 2014, I became bored. I was waking up and that money wasn't working for me anymore. I was waking up and I wasn't fulfilled. I was waking up and, I was just angry with my job. And it was telling in my KPI. And at that point, I knew it was time to move. So you need to know certain times in your life. A time to stay and a time to move. Especially when you know where you are going to. At that point in time, I left my ₦1 million paid job and took up job at Lagos State government at tax. So I was working in the Lagos State Internal Revenue Service. The first few months working there, I was always crying. What have I done? What have I done? What have I done? As in 85,000 naira to ₦1 million. Who do I explain that to? People thought I had gone mad. My parents were like, are you okay? But I knew where I was going. And that was 2015. 2019, I got appointed as the senior special assistant to the governor of Lagos State on state lotteries. Even before my appointment, the governor asked me, Fumi, what do you want? I told him, I said, I don't just want an appointment. I want an appointment where I will be able to work. I want to make a difference. What I need is just a platform. Create platforms for me and let me work. And I chose lotteries because I like revenue generating. So I chose lotteries. I didn't want the major tax anymore. And I can tell you today that I got appointed, and like few months, we entered into the COVID-19 season. But I can tell you today that we met our revenue target by over 200% in Lagos State Lotteries Board. It wasn't easy. And the gaming industry is affected worldwide. So the gaming industry was affected worldwide, but we were still able to meet our revenue target by 200%. And we keep striving. What am I saying here today? I want to charge every one of you seated here. When she sent me a message that, Fumi, you come and tell your experience to people in Shagamu, I told her, I said, see, I will come physically. I'll pull out time from all my time to be here. Because I've always been invited to secondary schools to speak at gatherings like this. So why not more my Shagamu? So that's why I said it's an emotional one for me. And I know today, every one of you would go back to your rooms, your hostel, with your paper and biro, and begin to set targets and, set goals for yourself. It starts here. I am not a forerunner of university, getting to university before you tell young people they need to do this. My campaign always starts from secondary schools. So that's why I go to secondary schools, mostly in Lagos, to speak to them. That we can't leave secondary schools aside. From secondary school, you already know what you want to do. From secondary school, you already know what you want to become. From secondary school, you already know whether you want to be a useless one or you want to make impact. University is just there for you to go and explore. So you need to make up your mind today. You need to go with your paper and your biro. Whether you are in GS1, GS2, GS3, SS1, SS2, SS3. It starts here. You need to be able to show respect to your principal, your teachers, every one of them. You need to be able to do things voluntarily. You see paper on the floor, you pick it up. It starts there. You don't understand? It starts there. Neatness did not come to me today. It was from Shagamu. People say you're neat, you're this. It was from this same Shagamu. So everything you would be, everything you would become tomorrow, you are here, you are where it is. You are right here where it is. So please take every experience that you are going through here as a stepping stone to what you are going to become. And like I said, Shagamu girls are everywhere. It's more of a sisterhood. Wherever we go, we turn Shagamu girls. When I got my scholarship at LBS, one of the people on the panel, we had over 10,000 applicants that applied for that social sector management stuff. Amongst the people on the panel was a Shagamu senior. Immediately she saw Shagamu in my CV. Trust now. At least it took me from sitting at the back to being among the four people to come in front. So Shagamu girls are everywhere. They are everywhere. Mention the country, they are there. So that is why you need to really, really work hard. Your academics, work hard. Like I said, know yourself. Know your strengths, know your weaknesses. And don't limit yourself. The world is looking for innovators, inventors now. So if you are really good in science, don't be discouraged. 2 months ago, the governor of Lagos said, I put up a proposal to the governor of Lagos State that we should build up STEM competition in Lagos State. And the governor graciously approved it. That we need to start telling our young people, secondary schools, the STEM quiz competition is for secondary school students in Lagos State. Priority on public schools and low-cost private schools. And the end result is we are giving scholarships out. We are giving traveling opportunities out. Beyond that is to encourage people in STEM, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Because the world is looking for innovators. So are you in that circle? This is the time. The federal government banned Twitter some few weeks ago and said, see, young people, come up with your own app. You don't understand. the world is waiting for you. The opportunities I had here, the opportunities you have now, I didn't have those opportunities. Oh. The world is moving. It's becoming a global stage. So every single thing is deposited in you. You have everything, the talent, everything. Don't waste away your time here. Do something different. Create something. Go and meet your principal and tell her that, see, Ma, I have this idea.
Check.
You need to be able to know yourself. And it starts here. I'm emphasizing on here. So don't think, no, when I get to university, I'll do this. Entrepreneurial, all those things, now is the best time. Have those two. So that even when jams you, you have your talent and something else to fall back on. I'll close with this, with another practical example. 3 weeks ago, I don't know if there are moments where you guys watch the news and all of it. 3 weeks ago, Punch shared a story of a young 10-year-old boy with cerebral palsy in the slum of Makoko, for those of you that live in Lagos or know Lagos well. He was 10-year-old, cerebral palsy, never been to school, and all of it. So most of these people that do volunteer work went to Makoko and discovered this boy. This boy and his family were rejected. Even in the slum, there's rejection. You can imagine. So to show you that, see, the world the world is an acting stage. Imagine in the slum, living in the slum, and there's still marginalization, there's still segregation, there's still rejection in the slum. Himself and his family, they were rejected, even in the slum. They never give them any chance because one of the children of the parents had cerebral palsy. But Punch newspaper picked up the story. He was just there. And I read the story. For like 3 days, he was bothering me seriously. And I'm like, God, what do you want me to do with this story? And I reached out to the boy that went to teach them chess in Makoko. Because this cerebral palsy 10-year-old actually won the competition. What these volunteer people do is that they go to slums, communities around Lagos, and teach. Just 2 weeks, they teach, they do a championship, and that was it. And I looked at it, I reached out to the boy. Okay, tell me a little story about this boy. And he told me. Immediately, I called the governor of Lagos State. Money, His Excellency. There's this boy, cerebral palsy, 10-year-old, never been to school, the slum of Makoko. This guy has got talent. And the governor said, Fumi, I'm interested in that boy. That was 2 days to Children's Day. On Children's Day, I took him to the police college parade, the event, the state government's event for children. And this little boy, I wish I could share the video. This little boy, cerebral palsy, 10-year-old, walked on the red carpet, commissioners, executive cabinets, every who is who in Lagos State came out to welcome this boy on the red carpet. Where am I going? 10-year-old cerebral palsy. But his talent and skills took him up there. He knew he had something in his hand. When they were playing the chess competition, they put him out of the window. You get, as in, don't come near us. We are still able. Go out. This boy took further step and went to the window. He couldn't talk because he can't talk, he can't do anything. And he kept on pointing. Yes, I can play, I can play. Please, that is called determination. You don't get it. As in, he didn't want to be limited where he was. He took it further and said, see, he kept on pointing that he could do it. And the coach, thank God he was sensitive enough, put him there. At the end of 2 weeks when they were taught, he won the championship. Cerebral palsy, 10-year-old. Just this Sunday, the governor called me and said he would like to play chess with that boy. And I took him to the State House, Marina. That's the governor's lodge. And he played chess with the governor. In 1 hour, we had 30 million views from around the world. In 2 days, Netflix reached out and said they want to tell the story of this boy on Netflix. I can tell you today, that boy is going to be earning money in millions of dollars. Aside that, two other international organizations have reached out. This boy's picture and story, I don't know, that's why I said I don't know if you have access to see all of that, has gone viral around the world. You'll see it, when you get home, you'll see it. Has gone viral around the world. Every day people keep reaching out to me, keep reaching out to me. You don't understand. He's chess playing. Let's look at it. He was limited. You have 2 hands. Nothing is wrong with you. And you're telling me that you don't have what it takes to get it out there. Please, Shagamu girls, the ball is in your court. I use that boy's story to end now to tell you that there is no limitation. The only limitation you have is you. And if you have 2 legs, 2 hands, you are thinking straight, and you are not doing big things, then there's a problem. So I charge you all today to go forth and let your light shine. Thank you very much.
You can do better than that. Do you know that whatever you are doing, whatever it is, just be very passionate about it? Did you see passion? Did you see passion? You know what passion is? Did you see passion when she was talking? That's because she loves what she's doing. So question, I'm going to the back. Yes. Question. Those are the end there. 3 questions. Just 3 girls. No. Okay, you can come. That lady behind. Oh yeah, come. Question. Did you hear what she was saying? Hello? Question. No. Hello, lady. Come. I want those at the back, please. I need to be sure that you are part of this whole beautiful. Double up, double up. So I need somebody.
How were you able to forget every distraction and reach for your potential? How were you able to aim for your goal? Like avoid every distraction and know where you are heading to. And how are you able to live every
Okay, you can. Thank you.
What you have passion for something, but people laugh at it, but you know that you can try to do better, or because of people are laughing at you, you feel discouraged. How did you now move on?
Good afternoon, ma. Can you be able to strive and aim for different things at the same time? Can you be able to strive and aim for different things at the same time and get it? Like talent.
Okay, thank you very much for those questions. I think number 1 and number 2 are almost is the same line. That's distractions. Like I said, focus. Focus, focus, focus. I'm a very outgoing person. I play a lot. In fact, I think when I play. That's why I said you need to know yourself. I can't think in a quiet place. And that's why I said I cannot read in a library. I read with music on. I read with noise. So you need to know yourself. So when you know yourself, then you focus. Focusing and not letting distractions have its way. Like I said, I'm very outgoing. I have a lot of friends. Plenty friends. But even amongst my friends, they know the difference. As in, the difference is there. As in, they know what I stand for. You should be able to stand for everything. As in, stand for something. They should be able to know that, no, Fumi is this, Fumi is that. So they won't even pressure you. Because most of the time, it's peer pressure. Peer pressure is what distracts. Even till today, you will not find me inside club. As outgoing as I am, you won't find me inside club in the night. I will sleep. So I knew where my limits were. And I wouldn't get discouraged when my friends are going to club. I don't want to go. So it has always been like that. So you need to be able to know yourself and make up your mind. And stand by what you believe. Because if you don't make up your mind, you'll fall for everything. And it distracts you. So once you set your goals, put it there. Put it there with a timeline. The thing about goals is that you may not actually get it immediately, but you are closer to it. So I set big goals. I dream big. So that if I'm not getting to Z, at least I'll get to UV. And I think that's a pass mark. So I dream over the bound. I dream far, 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 far. And I now work to get it. So most times, I even get what I dream about. So you need to dream. Nobody will penalize you for dreaming. As in, there's no cost. It's not expensive, just dream. It is in your dreams that you discover your potentials. You need to discover your potential. You need to know what you can do. I'm not good with things of the hand. If you give me knitting wool and all of that, no. But to hold up microphone and talk, I will talk. So you need to know what you are good at and focus. Focus, focus, focus. Focus will help you deal with distractions. So just focus. And it starts here. If the moment you're able to focus now, you will focus when you get out there. So the other one was, can I remember? Sorry. Where's that person? What did you say? Different talents. Different talents. As in, you want to do a lot of things. You want to do a lot of things. Getting that is you want to do different things. And you want to know if you can do all of it at the same time. Yes, now. It's possible. Yes, if you have different talents, you can sing, you can dance, you want to become a politician, you want to do this, you want to do that. Yes, you can. And it's all in allotting time. Allotting time. I write a lot. I read a lot. So most times at night, when I'm not sleeping, I'm writing. As in, I can write for Africa. So once I begin to write, and that's where passion comes in. Whatever you're passionate about, in fact, you can do it without them paying you. So find your passion. And we all have 24 hours. Whatever you do with your 24 hours is what distinguishes you from failure to success. Thank you very much.
Fume, thank you. Imagine, she still called me Senior Bimbo. Okay. She came in GS1, I was in GS3, and we were both in Ayala House, and we were friends. No comment. So that was the end of the first session. The second session, we are going to be watching some videos. Some of our sisters couldn't be here today, so they have sent in their videos. So the first video we are going to be watching is from Professor Agunloye. So her profile will be up. The next video we are hearing, okay, I need you to really listen to her profile. Professor Atinuke Agunloye, 1989 set, Ethiop House. Dr. Atinuke Agunloye Nibalogun is currently a professor of radiology, College of Medicine, University of Ibadan, a consultant radiologist, University College Hospital, UCH Ibadan, and a consultant radiologist, postgraduate medical training, Edward Francis Small Teaching Hospital, The Gambia. I told you we were everywhere. Her clinical musculoskeletal and general radiology. Professor Akunloye was born on the 13th of November, 1970, College Shagamu, from 1981 to 1986. And University of Ibadan, Nigeria, for her BSc, MBBS from 1986 to 1992. Professionally, she's a fellow of the West African College of Surgeons, Faculty of Radiology, West African Postgraduate Medical College, a fellow of the Medical College of Radiology, National Medical College, Nigeria, and also a Doctor of Medicine, MD, in Radiology, National Postgraduate Medical College in Nigeria, 2021. She was awarded the federal government of Nigeria Unity School Scholarship from 1982 to 1986. So she had a scholarship all through her stay in Federal Government Girls College, Shagamu. And also the Mobile Producing Nigeria PLC University Scholarship from 1986 to 1992. She never paid school fees. With a distinction in pharmacology in Part 2 MBBS exam in 1991, she was awarded the Canon Uzoma Prize for the best student with the highest CGPA in the College of Medicine. The Dr. I. Ladipo Oluwole Memorial Prize for the best students in public health. The Dr. Ekpo Eyo Edet Prize in Medicine and Radiology, College of Medicine Prize, Faculty of Clinical Science and Dentistry Prize. Dr. Abebe Prize in Obstetrics and Gynecology, Departmental Prize in Pediatrics, Latunde Odeku Prize for the best students, Medical Graduates Prize, and MBBS UTC Prize for the best medical students, all these prizes in 1992. Over the years, she has attained various national and international honors, fellowships, and prizes in the fields of medicine, dentistry, radiology, clinical science, obstetrics and gynecology, pediatrics, public health, neurosurgery, and vascular ultrasound. She has been married for 26 years and blessed with 3 children, ages 25 a female, 23 a male, and 18 a female. And her hobbies are listening to music, dancing, watching films, and traveling. So let's listen to her video.
Professor Atinuke Agunleye. I was in Fggc Shagamu between 1981 and 86, and I'm currently a professor at the University of Ibadan and a consultant radiologist at the University College Hospital Ibadan. Greetings from the Gambia, where I'm currently undergoing my sabbatical leave for 1 year. Well, I just want to encourage you that where you are now is the perfect place for you to be grounded for life. Fggc Shagamu taught us so many things. Taught us to love each other as sisters, to love people, to be diligent, to be disciplined, and to be able to plan your life, which is very important, especially for females and women. You can have it all: a good life, a career, a family life. Just face your studies, do more than is expected of you, because the very competitive world out there. Don't worry too much about the future. God is always faithful. Do some charity, be good to people, help people along the way, and truly the sky is the limit. Love you guys, all the best.
Okay. I hope you heard her. She said a lot. She couldn't be here with us because she's in the Gambia. Are they dropping? Okay. Hmm? Hmm?
Good morning, everyone.
Okay, so that is going to be the next person. She's Tokwe Alaka. She sent in her video from the UK. Sorry, United Kingdom, London. Okay, please can we have her profile? Okay, Temitope Alaka is of the 1990 set, Oshun House. Temitope is a retired supervisor of midwives, registered nurse and midwife, South Bank University, Thames Valley University, and University of respectively. With over 22 years clinical skills and experiences within the public and private hospitals and community healthcare settings. Temitope's nursing career began in London in 1993 at St. Mary's Hospital, Paddington. One of the highlights of her career was being the first Diana home care nurse at London's first children's hospital, Richard House, which was opened in April 2000. Her role was instrumental in letting the community of East London, particularly Newham, be aware of the multidisciplinary services and palliative care available for families with children. The ages are birth to 19 years, that have life-limiting and threatening conditions by offering special nursing care, symptom control management, health play interventions, clinical psychology support, and respite care within their homes whilst the hospice was being completed. Temi undertook the ALERT course, Acute Life-Threatening Events, Recognition and Treatments, in 2004 to reinforce her advanced nursing skills, initially at the Adult High Dependency Unit of Homerton Hospital, London, and the Oaks Private Hospital in Colchester. These skills were very useful when looking after critically ill pregnant women pre- and post-delivery, who were either within the maternity unit, gynae ward, or accident and emergency when her nursing skills were required in critical care situations, whilst working as a midwife at Colchester Hospital, University and NHS Trust for 15 years. Temi took on mentoring students in practice after her program to study with Angelia Ruskin University. Temi enjoyed teaching antenatal, labor, birth, breastfeeding, and parenting classes to pregnant moms and their support person, and enjoyed working with the risk management and audit teams, writing new clinical guidelines and reviewing old ones against NIS, National Institute for Health and Care Excellence guidelines in the preparation for regulatory visits. In 2008, she trained as a supervisor of midwives at University of Hertfordshire and got the highest score and commendations for her project, which was to improve and promote the user's involvement in maternity services, liaisons committee at her trust. Temi was appointed by the East of England Local Supervisory Authority as a supervisor for midwives in August 2009. The role involved protecting the public, supporting midwives in their professional practice and educational development, and investigating critical incidences. In her role, she also undertook debrief clinics to help women understand and move on from traumatic negative pregnancy and childbirth experiences. She was in this role until she was retired on health grounds in 2015 due to a work-related injury. She remains passionate about women's health and gets involved voluntarily with organizations in any way she can to support, in particular, the reduction of high maternal and infant mortality and morbidity rates among vulnerable groups, especially those connected with projects in Nigeria. Temi is a passionate philanthropist. She's a member of the Rotary Club, Sufframist International, International Inner Wheel, Inspired Mind Women's Club, and other community groups where she makes a difference in the lives and the communities she serves. Temi voluntarily supports pregnant moms and new parents in her local church, helping them settle with positive parenting experiences. She is married to Kayode, has 3 children aged 15, 20, and 25 years. Please listen to her video.
Of course, when you're in primary school, you already have some distractions. You know, Shagamu babes are fine babes anyway. So yes, but yeah, I love the fact that I was in Shagamu, and one of the key things was being in a place where, one, we were children from different cultural backgrounds, different tribes, different ethnicity, and different home upbringing, and coming from different states and different parts of Africa, because we had children from Namibia as well, and Ethiopia. So it was really good to be in that kind of setting. I engaged with all the subjects I had to do, and it's very important I share here with you that engage with every single subject. French, all the languages we did in Nigeria, the secretarial studies, typewriting, shorthand, music, the instruments, home management, sciences, engaging in agriculture, visiting the farm and the poultry, joining the clubs like I joined Red Cross, and also societies like the Debating Society, the social groups. Engage in every opportunity you have, because you don't know where it's going to lead you, you don't know where it's going to take you. It's very important that you also learn from each other. Learn to accept that you are wrong when you've made a mistake, and learn to learn from your mistakes. Learn to be accommodating. Learn to pat yourself on the back when you've done something good. I knew from a young age I loved to care for people. So yes, Red Cross was a good society for me to join, and I joined it. I became the secretary of it by the time I left the school. I went on trips, I went on camping. I engaged myself with first aid, all those things. I've tried to find out about people's health conditions, help them when they were in the sick bay, looked after my mates and the juniors, and it's paid me well, because by the time I left Shagamu and traveled abroad to start my nurse training, it had been a good grounding for me. And coming to the UK, I felt it was a good place to learn that you could get along with people from different backgrounds, different cultures, different religion, different tribal setups. And my interpersonal skills were greatly developed. I loved to smile. I loved to comport myself. Even when I was sad, I looked at the situation and thought, okay, how can I move on from this? And being very friendly, knowing who your friends are, investing in friendship, investing in networking, all those things are very important. And knowing that you are the only person that can limit yourself. If you say you can't, you are right. If you say you can, you are right. But it's important that you know your weaknesses and be open to develop your weaknesses and build on your strengths. As the time is short, I just pray that one key thing I want you to hold on to is don't limit yourself. The world is a big place. Engage with every opportunity to learn, discover more about yourself, and be ready to give back to society, serve humanity. This is one of the things we're doing as alumni. We're giving back, and I just hope you enjoy this video. Take care, God bless you.
You can clap. Because I'm sure they are all watching online because it's streaming live, so yes. Okay. So the next profile, please. The next profile is on Deborah Adejumoke Adejobi, class of 1990 sets. Now, she was also in Oshun House. You see, Oshun House. Don't worry, Ogun girls are coming. Profile. Okay. While we're waiting for the profile, Mrs. Deborah Adejobi is a British-trained investment banker with over 12 years banking experience behind her. She's a certified teacher with a passion, who is passionate about spoken English. As a first-class graduate in English and literary studies, and the director of the Speech and Language Academy, Nigeria. She teaches English for international exams, reading with phonics, elocution, public speaking, and accent reduction to individuals and in schools in and around Ibadan. Apart from teaching, Mrs. Adejobi is a versatile, multi-talented resource person and an exceptional administrator, handling several diverse projects like book editing, events management, and digital marketing campaigns. She's a proactive problem solver. Currently, she's the Senior Assistant Registrar in charge of marketing at Leeds City University, Ibadan. Mrs. Adejobi is also a businesswoman. She runs Petius Filius Enterprises, a branded clothing and promotions company which supplies all types of branded uniforms and promotional items to individuals, schools, and professional bodies. Mrs. Adejobi is married with three daughters. She's a first defender of her family and a strict disciplinarian who looks out not only for her own children, but others too. As a practicing Christian, Mrs. Adejobi volunteers 70 hours every month to help people in her community learn and live by the desirable principles in the Bible. She also volunteers to teach reading skills to children in her local community. Mrs. Adejobi loves reading and spending time with her friends and family. So for people that are saying, can you do one thing and also do so many things? I think she's an example. Please watch her video. That's not it. That's not it. No, that's not it. No, that's not it. Sorry, that's the wrong video. Thank you. No, not the last one. So let's do that one then. Okay, so while we are waiting for that video, we'll quickly do this one. Let's do this one then. Okay, so that video was actually for Toyin Bakari. So I'll do her profile, then we'll listen to her video while he's getting the other video. Okay. So Toyin Bakari. Okay. Profile for Toyin Bakari. I think you will like this one also. Toyin Bakari, 1991 set. Okay, she was in Ayala House. Toyin Bakari is a seasoned entrepreneur, a certified fellow chartered accountant, and an alumnus of several renowned business schools. She also sits on the board of several companies and foundations. She is the COO and Executive Director of SAS Textiles Limited, a second-generation family business that is Nigeria's home for exquisite world-class fabrics and textiles. As an Executive Director, Business Development of SAS Textiles, she had the oversight of the growth of the business from a one-room shop to one of Nigeria's leading textile retail store chains. As COO SAS Textiles, she oversees the day-to-day running of a successful indigenous trading concern raised on the values of integrity and excellent customer service. She attended Command Children's School, Ikeja, and also attended the prestigious Federal Government Girls College, Shagamu, Ogun State, from 1985 to 1991. A graduate of accounting, a fellow of ICANN, FCA, she is an alumni of Faith Foundation, Emerging Entrepreneurs Program, Leap Africa's Business Leadership Program, Lagos Business School, OMP, and recently graduated, she's still in school, recently graduated from CEIBS and recently did a business leadership program at Harvard University. She sits on the board of Genesis House, an arm of Freedom Foundation that shelters the rehabilitates disadvantaged women, and an associate member of the Women in Management and Business, WIMBIS. She's also a wife, mother, public speaker, and pastor who uses her story to empower others. Please listen to her story.
Good morning, everyone seated here this morning, to our principal, vice principal, all our teachers, our esteemed alumni association, and all the old girls. So my name is Oluwatoyin Bakare. I'm an executive director with SAS Textiles, and it's a transgenerational family business that's been over 40 years. And when I tell the story of SAS, I tell the story from Yara Itaja to SAS. So it started from a one room in my father's house, and today we have grown it into a chain of retail stores, and where our focus is on fabrics and textiles, and I just want to talk about my experience in Shagamu. So I entered Shagamu in 1985. I finished in 1991. I was in the wonderful Ayola house, and I learned a lot of things in Shagamu. I mean, I would tell everybody that my years in Shagamu were my best years, because that was where I learned the values of how to be independent. That was where I learned how to work hard. The values of our business are built on excellence, customer service, hard work, integrity. And so right from my days in Shagamu, I was schooling, but when I get home, I would help my mother. So I helped my mother in her store. And I tell everybody, from the age of 13, I was already going to the bank for my mother. At the age of 16, I was already going to my mother to do her purchases for fabrics. And at the age of 18, my mother passed on. So I had to grow up overnight, you know. But that was where it was from my experience in Shagamu. You know, those years where we would learn to survive on anything. You know, is it the provisions? You know, we learned everything in Shagamu. I mean, we learned the values of hard work. I mean, we learned how to survive. We learned how to pray. We learned the values of how we have established ourselves now. And so I'd like to encourage and inspire everyone that in life it takes us to be focused, never give up. You know, it's time for a new season. And to all the students, please read your books, you know, never give up. Keep learning. I will end with our school song, All Hail Federal Government Girls College Shagamu, a college of honor and glory. How centrally you stand. From east, west, north and south, our school forever shines. Knowledge will always be our light. Pro unitate our watch.
All my sisters making me proud. Okay, so the next profile we're going to have is from, okay. Tokwe Fajingbesi. Okay. Tokwe Fajingbesi Balogun. She was 1993 set, Ayola House. Next time we'll get some more. Tokwe Fajingbesi Balogun is a Nigerian-American social impact entrepreneur, author, educator, and business advisor. Prior to founding SheEO, Tokwe founded United for Kids Foundation and hosted Impact Africa. Tokwe speaks to global audiences with a mission to inspire. Tokwe is an alumnus of the University of Lagos in Nigeria, Emory University in Atlanta, and the University of Oxford in the UK. She is also an international chartered accountant and a United States of America certified public accountant. Tokwe co-owns Dodo Farms with her husband, Nii Balogun, and teaches agricultural business courses at the University of Maryland. Please listen to her story.
My lovely Fggc Shagamu ladies, my name is Tokwe Fajingbesi Balogun. I was in the 1993 set of Fggc Shagamu. And today I just want to share a few words with you, and I hope that you will hear me and use these words when you need them. So in 1992, a couple of us were chosen to be prefects in Shagamu. And we were put into the staff room, and we were told that we should all decide, we should pick which positions we might want to go for. So I picked timekeeper. And I remember all of the teachers were like, what? Timekeeper? Everybody was picking food prefect, picking something fancy, and I was saying I wanted to be the timekeeper. So the teachers were really curious, but I was very set in what I wanted. I made it, and I was made the timekeeper. Fast forward to 2016, I decided that I wanted to go to the White House, the Obama White House, for a ball, for a dinner, for some sort of event. I didn't know the president. The president did not know me. But again, I contacted somebody in one of the agencies and I said, I know the president does this event for Muslims in Congress, in Muslim ambassadors. Can I get an invitation? And the person replied, oh my God, no. To me, I wish you the very best. I can't wait to meet you in person. Bye-bye.
Okay. So basically, you need to ask. So the next profile is from Pearl Uzokwe. Pearl Uzokwe is 1997 sets, Oshun House. On Instagram, she is Pearl Uzokwe, LinkedIn, Pearl Uzokwe. So when you go home, social media, just look her up. Okay. Pearl Uzokwe, listen. This one, you listen. Okay, that video wasn't really clear. So we'll play, we'll send you, we said we'll, instead of reading the profiles, we'll just listen to the videos. I think that'll be better, right? Oh yeah, okay, videos. Okay, so right now we're going to play video from Nikki Laoye. She was in 1998, her name was Nike Laoye, but right now she's Nikki Laoye. She 1998 set Ethiop House.
And of course,
I'm glad to have this all come back as an amazing product of Shagamu. And of course, I'm just happy to be here today celebrating with you guys. Have an amazing one. I wish I could be there physically. But of course, Nikki Laoye loves you. And Shagamu, you're forever in my heart. You're one of the fondest memories of my life ever. Much love to you guys. Have a great one. Nikki Laoye signing out. Shaggy for life, man. Pro unitate. Watch word. Much love, guys. Much love. Bye.
You want more, Abby? Okay, then next video is from Karta Bolajoko Odukoya. She was also in 1998 set, and she was in Hadeja House.
Hey everyone, my name is Karta Bolajoko Odukoya. Hey everyone, my name is Karta Bolajoko Odukoya, Neo Dumesi. I'm an entrepreneur and I co-founded Vanguard Pharmacy Limited. Vanguard Pharmacy is a retail one-stop shop for pharmacy, secondary school level, tertiary institution, at your workplace, even in marriages and home. Number one is you must believe. Believe in yourself. To be able to attain success, you must believe in yourself, even when people don't believe in you. Number two is hard work. You must walk the talk. Success does not come on a platter of gold. Number three, I say, is discipline. You must be disciplined to follow through. There are a lot of distractions. Social media these days distracts a lot of the youth. But I tell you, it has numerous benefits. Number four, sheer determination. You must be hungry for success. You must be determined to excel. Even when people tell you that some shortcuts, I tell you that there are a lot of fraudulent ways, but hell no, those are not the ways to attain success. Number five, you must be prayerful. With God, nothing is impossible, no matter the faith that you belong to. I'll wrap up with a quote from Brian Tracy that says that there is no limit to what you can achieve or attain in life. The only limitation is the limit in your thinking. Thank you.
And I've been asked to talk about my journey, my life experience when I was in Shagamu and how it shaped my life and career to date. So, first of all, I want to say thank you to the alumni for organizing such a wonderful, inspiring session for the current students. And I hope you will have some pearls of wisdom for what I share to take as I try and just shorten it to about 2 minutes, just to give you sort of a bit of my journey. Thanks for sharing my bio and thanks for asking me. I think it's an honor and I appreciate this opportunity. So I started in Fggc Shagamu in 1984 and I was in Ocean House, and for me it was a no-brainer when I was finishing my primary school, choosing a secondary school, because my senior sister was an old student of Federal Government Girls College Shagamu. She was in Form 5 when I joined in 84, so I was looking forward to joining her in Shagamu. And so, yes, I was in Ocean House, and I think it was a good thing I was in a girls' school. One was, I felt it was important to be in a place where I could develop and understand myself without any distraction from the boys. Of course, when you're in primary school, you already have some distractions. You know, Shagamu babes are fine babes anyway. So yes, but yeah, I love the fact that I was in Shagamu, and one of the key things was being in a place where we were children from different cultural backgrounds, different tribes, different ethnicity, and different and coming from different states and different parts of Africa, because we have children from Namibia as well, and Ethiopia. So it was really good to see that kind of
video presentation was given to me, and I can still. Hello everyone, good morning. Hi, good morning everybody. I really wanted to be there with you this morning, but unfortunately, due to circumstances beyond my control, I cannot be with you physically. But I'm very happy that the opportunity to send in this video presentation was given to me, and I can still share my story with you. As you must have heard in the introduction, my name is Deborah Adejumoke Adejobi. I am the Senior Assistant Registrar in charge of marketing at Leeds City University, Ibadan, the first private university in the city of Ibadan. And I must add, the best. The proprietors of the university regularly give out scholarships to exceptional students. And it is my desire to extend that scholarship opportunity to the young ladies at Fggc Shagamu. And that is the reason why I called the national president of the Alumni Association. And she told me to speak to the national secretary, Mrs. Olayisade. And no sooner had I started talking to her, had she told me about this event. And she asked me if I would be willing to share my story with the girls. I was taken aback because I just thought to myself, who wants to hear my story? Who would want to hear my story? I didn't enjoy my time in Shagamu at all. In fact, just a week into getting onto the campus, onto the Shagamu campus, there was a fire outbreak in Oshomon Hostel Block. That was the 1st of November, was the day that I entered the school. And the 7th of November, there was a fire. 7 days, just 7 days after leaving home for the first time, still hating being away from home, still wondering why my parents sent me to a boarding house, and then a fire. It was not a good beginning at all. To be honest with you, most of the 6 years in Shagamu is still a blur to me. I do not remember much. In fact, when my classmates are gisting and talking on the class group about things that they got up to, their escapades and their experiences, I often wonder if I went to the same school with them. I remember a few things though. I remember taking part in sports. I was a sports person, and I often went out to represent the school with a small group of athletes at that time. I remember manual labor. I hated it. It wasn't very pleasant at all. And I also remember that I got a doctor's permit to exempt me from cutting grass. Don't tell anybody, it's a secret, please. Nobody knows. There were many punishments, some deserved, some undeserved. And I remember this almost every day in my first year, I almost said 100 level, in my JS1. I had to drag my wet mattress out into the quadrangle before going to class. I don't think I've ever talked about that to anybody since I left Shagamu. What an experience that was. But what did I gain from it? What did I gain from the 6 years I spent in Shagamu? I'll sum everything up in one word, and that word is resilience. I learned to stand strong. I learned to deal with whatever life throws at me. I learned to wipe my tears and carry on. I learned the value of hard work. I learned how to speak well. I learned how to write well. I learned how to read well. I learned how to articulate my thoughts without giving into pressure. I learned that it's okay to be different. Being different is not a bad thing. It is being unique, and that uniqueness, that ability to stand out, that ability to roll with the punches still helps me in my everyday life. Many of you have dreams of what you want to study at university, what you would like to become when you graduate, but oftentimes what you wish to study and the career you desire may not be the best for you eventually. So at this stage in life, my advice to you is this: have a goal, have a desire, have something that you really wish to do, but don't close your mind to other options. Prayerfully and diligently consider all options that come your way, and then make a decision at the end of the day. In my case, I wanted to be a banker. My daddy was a banker, and I wanted to be a banker like daddy. So I got into UNILAG in 1991 to study banking and finance. But I had to abandon that program because there were a lot of strikes and a lot of problems in the university system at that time. So I went to the UK. I enrolled in the university to study business economics. I got a second-class upper degree in business economics from the University of East London. And I worked as an investment banker in London for about 12 years or so. I came back to Nigeria soon after I was married, a few years after I got married, and I went into business. But really I should say businesses, because I tried so many different businesses. Whatever was going and whatever was legal, I tried. I eventually ended up in teaching. I was teaching English elocution. I started doing that in 2007, about September 2007. The training and experiences of life here in Shagamu gave me the skills I needed to continue to reinvent myself until I found something I was passionate about, and that is teaching and mentoring young people. I took several English language teaching courses. I took several self-development courses. I even took a PGTE, postgraduate diploma in education, at the University of Ibadan. But I was still told that all of those degrees and all of those certificates and all of those experiences were not good enough to teach English at tertiary level, because my first degree was not in English but in business economics. So at this point, another opportunity to show my strength of character presented itself to me. And in December 2020, at the very young age of 47, I graduated with a first-class degree in English and Literary Studies from Leeds City University. I was given a full scholarship to study up to PhD level, and I am now in the second of 3 semesters of my master's program. Very soon, I will bag my PhD, and I will teach English at university level. That is my goal. The head of department that told me at that time that all the certificates and all the experiences I presented were not good enough for teaching was shocked when I presented myself to take an undergraduate program. She couldn't believe it. She didn't think I was going to do it, and she was so mean to me. She wasn't nice to me at all, but I didn't care. I focused on what I was doing, I focused on my goal, and I so proved my mettle by the grades that I scored and by the quality of the work that I turned in. So much so that a lot of the work that I did is still being kept in the university, in the department, as reference materials for other undergraduate students. Do you see the theme of resilience running through my story? I just kept on going and doing whatever needed to be done. In what situation I found myself, I just rolled with the punches. I learned that strength of character here in Shagamu. I'm happy that I stuck with it. I'm happy that I hung in there. And I did whatever needed to be done. But most importantly, I did it very well. Focused on what I was doing and worked hard at it. I proudly tell my daughters today that I have never taken an exam twice. It has never happened. And that is the honest truth. In closing, the friends that you have now must not define you, as they will not be relevant in your life at all in the next few years. Remember what you are here to do. Get the best out of your situation and be the best version of you that you can be. Bearing in mind that any discomfort, any problems, any issues that you go through now are only temporary, and they are leading you to where you really need to be. I want to thank you all for the opportunity to talk to you today. I haven't spoken about some of these things forever, and I hope that I have touched somebody with my story this morning. I hope to be there with you soon, hopefully to speak with the SS3 class about the scholarship opportunities I mentioned at the outset. And I wish you all the very best as you go through your remaining years here at FGGC Shagamu. Pro Unitate, our watchword.
Thank you. And the last video is from Ifi Mogweku of 1999 set, Ayola House.
Hi guys, my name is Ifi Mogweku. I'm a lawyer and a food content creator. You can find me on different social networks, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and the likes. So I've been asked to talk about how my experience in Shagamu has shaped me for my life and my career. Okay, so where do I start from? Let me start from waking up early. Now, that has made a huge impact on my life, okay? In Shagamu, we used to wake up as early as 5:30, so you could have your bath outside, before the day starts. So I was such an early riser, and that has really helped me in the sense that now I'm able to wake up early with a clear head. I'm able to write opinions. I'm able to create food content. I'm able to do so much. I'm able to read. And when you wake up early, everywhere is cool and calm, so I'm able to do a whole lot with a clear head. So I thank Shagamu very, very much for making me an early riser and able to do a whole lot. Another thing that has shaped me from Shagamu is the art of networking. So I remember when we used to have social events, inter-house sports, people from other schools would come and then we had to mix with them. I didn't know that was preparing me for the future, because now anywhere I go to right now, I'm able to meet other people, I'm able to network, and we all know that networking is life. You may be a professor, you may know everything, right? But if you don't know the right people or you're not able to mix with people, that's a big red flag, okay? So Shagamu helped me there. I'm able to just walk into a room and then talk and flow. All right. So another thing is the discipline. In Shagamu, we had time for lunch, you had time for prep, you had time for your classes, there was time for everything. So that has made me into a disciplined person now. And then you have to go for prep whether you liked it or not. You have to go for lunch, you have to go for your classes whether you liked it or not. So now when I, map out my schedule and I know that I'm supposed to be here at this time or do this stuff, whether I like it or not, I do them. And those things have helped me. They've helped me grow in my career. They've helped me grow in everything that I need to do, because I'm disciplined and I do what I need to do at the time that I need to do it. Also, friendships. Oh my gosh. The friends that I have in Shagamu now, or I made in Shagamu at the time, are the friends that I have now. It's such a beautiful thing to see. All these people are my sisters. They're the ones I call, when I have challenges or when I'm happy, because we have such a strong bond. We grew up together literally when we were young. So the friendship, amazing. Also, my subjects that I took in school have helped me. I'll start with food and nutrition. I remember one time when I made jollof rice, right? And then they said my jollof rice was the best. It was too mad, right? So they took my food to the principal, and the principal loved it and said it was the best. So it helped me in my food content creating life, because the confidence that I got from just that act has helped me. Okay, so anytime I begin to have doubt, do people like my food or not, then I remember, hey, you made that jollof rice when you were really, really young and people loved it. So it gives me the confidence and the boost to go ahead that yes, I can do it. I don't know, Shagamu has been an amazing experience for me. I will not change it for anything in this world. So I want to say to you all there, you all are very lucky that you're in FGGC Shagamu, and just take everything that you're learning right now. Just know that it's going to help you in your future, and I wish you all the very best. Mwah! Bye!
Okay, so those are all the videos we have. And I just want to show you 3 profiles. I'm not going to read them, but I want you to know that these people have done different things and they were all in Shagamu. We're going to start from Chief Olufumilola Obe. She is 1986 set and she was in Osun House. Right now, Chief Obe is currently the commanding of Food Safety Division of the NYPD. That's the New York Police Department. She was a Shagamu girl. The next person is Abimbola Alade. The profile will be sent to you and everything, so we're all good. So the next person is Abimbola Alade. She was in 1986 set, Ethiop House. She's currently the Senior Compensation HR, that's Human Resource Manager with Verisin, which is one of the largest telecommunications company in the United States of America. And the last person on this list is Adetola Makinde. She is 1993 set, and she was from Ethiop House. Tola Makinde is an ambassador for Save Down Syndrome Incorporation. She's the founder and executive director and proprietress of the Mo Rainbow Learning Center. She became an ambassador for Save Down Syndrome when her 3rd child was born with Down syndrome. And she found out that nothing in Nigeria could help her out. And she decided on her own that because she was facing this particular challenge, no other child born with Down syndrome should face that challenge. And she has an NGO because of that. So basically, you're here, you're planned life, but something along the line can push you to something else. And that was what she did. With these few points of mine, I hope I have been able to convince you and not confuse you that
being a Shagamu girl, with all the opportunities open to you, awesome teachers, you've got facilities that even some universities don't have. So without any iota of doubt, and with a few points and the few videos and the alumni that were here, you have no cause not to be anything but the best. So wish you all the best in life, in your chosen careers.
Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Allah, we praise you, we glorify your name. We thank you for bringing us successfully to the end of this program. We thank you for the life of the alumni of this college who have come to give you motivational talk. We pray to you, Almighty Allah, that the motivational talk will have positive impact in your life. We pray to Allah that the motivational talk will inspire you to greatness. In few years to come, many of you will also come here to give motivational talk to your juniors. We remember our GS3 students, SS3 students that will be starting their JAMB exam tomorrow. All of you will meet the favor of Almighty God. God will help you. You are going to shine in the exam. The alumni that have created time to come and talk to you out of their tight schedule, we pray to Almighty God to reward them abundantly. Wherever they are working, Allah will elevate them. Allah that brought them here safely will return them back to their destination safely. This college is known for greatness. We pray to Almighty God that we continue to work stronger and stronger. The college management that organized this, we pray to God to continue to give us the wisdom to be initiating policies, programs that will help this school to attain greater height. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifun wa salamun ala al-mursalin alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. May Allah accept our prayer.
Okay, so we are going to sing the best song in the world. Can we rise for the school anthem? It's the best song in the world. What do you mean? Internationally known. 1, 2, go. Oh, hail Federal Government Girls College Shagamu, a college of honor and glory, how centrally stand for His love and time. Thank you all for having us. Bye.
Hello, where is the school band now? Last minute. Where is the school band? Where are you? Come on. Oh yeah, quickly come and do the thing now. Band members now, so we can put you on the world.
School band members.
Hello, hello, school band. Do you want to play for the people watching online? Or we should put up the cameras now? Are you playing for the people watching online, or should we put up the cameras? School band. Okay, what? Okay, so put up the cameras. Oh, okay, they are ready. Okay, they are ready. So, cameras. You play over here.
Hello, junior girls, move back. Go back to your seats, or if you want to leave, you can leave.